Year 2, welcome to another week of English. So this week our story is all about a magical box. So let's start our English today, shall we? Our learning objective today is to recall events from a story. So this is a magical teaching box and it is going to help tell you a story. Oh, look, he says, hello, let's start by reading a story together. So you can start and you can help me read the story. This is called The Myth of Pandora's Box. Are you nosy? Do you know what nosy means? Nosy means if someone's doing something, you would say, oh, what are you doing? I want to know. If you're nosy, you want to know what other people are doing. Do you like secrets? Have you ever done something that you've been warned not to do just to find out a secret? All through time, there have been stories about people being told not to open doors, cupboards, gates, and all sorts of things. And in many of the stories, people just didn't listen. One person who didn't listen is Pandora. Her story is from ancient Greece, where her nosiness changed the world forever. So let's start our story. Not hundreds, but thousands of years ago, in ancient Greece, there lived two brothers called Epimetheus and Prometheus. Although they lived in a world where the gods were in charge, they liked nothing more than to annoy the gods. One day, Zeus, a particularly powerful god, decided to teach them a lesson. Zeus ordered the gods to create a beautiful woman. Her name was Pandora, and she was to marry Epimetheus. As a wedding present, Zeus gave Pandora a beautiful box, but there was one special condition. She was never to open it. One day, Pandora's husband, Epimetheus, was out working. All day, all she could think about was what was inside the box. Pandora could not understand why Zeus would give her a box that she could not open. It made no sense to her. Pandora was bored and lonely, and her curiosity became unbearable. So what do you think she's going to do now? What does it mean her curiosity became unbearable? If she's curious, she wants to know something, and if it means unbearable, when she can't bear it anymore, so she really wants to know what's inside the box. So this is where you need your pen and paper. So you'll need to pause the video to do the activity. What do you think the box looked like? Can you draw a picture of this very special box? So pause the video now and draw a picture of Pandora's box. One day, when she was sure that Epimetheus was out annoying the gods, Pandora searched for the key to open the box. I know it's here somewhere, she muttered to herself as she opened cupboards and drawers. There it was, high up on a shelf in their bedroom. With shaking hands, Pandora slid the key into the lock and turned it. I wonder what's going to happen next. So let's stop the story for a while, get your pen and paper back again, and let's think about what could be inside this box. First of all, discuss it with someone in your house. Then you'll need to pause the video and can you draw and write down your ideas. It's really important that we do some writing each day because otherwise we'll forget how to form our letters, and also if we're not writing each day then we might forget some of our spellings as well. So pause the video now and can you draw and write down what do you think is inside the box? Okay, she took a deep breath, closed her eyes and slowly, with trembling hands, opened the lid of the box, imagining what could be inside. Rubies as red as a blazing sunset, jewel-encrusted gowns, piles of gold coins. Oh, but there were no coins or jewellery, no gowns or gems, for all at once every evil and spite, every sadness and misery flew out. Like a swarm of insects, they flew round the house and infested the earth with heartache and sorrow. So that is quite complicated. Now, what does that mean? What actually came out of the box? Did insects really come out of the box? No. So basically, what came out of the box was evil and spite and sadness and misery. So it's going to make everyone in the earth, it says, infested the earth with heartache and sorrow. So it's going to make everyone on the earth feel really sad and miserable. So there was evil inside this box. I wonder what's going to happen next. Pandora slammed the lid shut and turned the key. "What have I done?" she sobbed, holding her head in her hands. Sometime later, Pandora noticed a fluttering sound coming from the box, as if something was trapped inside. Terrified, she pressed her ear to the box. "Let me out," a small voice pleaded gently. "I mean you no harm." Ooh, so now, what do you think this fluttering is inside the box? It's whispered in a small voice, "Let me out," and it doesn't mean anyone any harm. But what do you think this fluttering could be? Let's see. Let's go to the next side and see. Once again, with shaking hands, Pandora unlocked the box and opened the lid. A beautiful butterfly of hope fluttered out of the box. For although Pandora had released pain and suffering into the world, she had also allowed hope to follow them. So in the box, after the box, comes lots of evil things and bad things, but she also releases a beautiful butterfly, which allows hope. So there is some good that's come out of the box as well. So now it's your turn again. So get your piece of paper and pencil ready. Can you draw the evil thing that has come out of the box? So here's an example. Okay. Can you draw what you think has come out of the box? Now, there's no right and wrong answer here. It's you using your imagination to think, what do you think came out of the box? So have a look at the example and see if you can come up with something. Now, finally, the last thing for today is to share the story with someone at home. So see if you can retell the story to someone at home. Can you remember the characters? Can you remember why did Pandora get the box? And Zeus gave her the box, but he gave it and said something to her. He said for her not to open it, didn't he? So why do you think he said that? So talk to the person at home and then see if you can write a little bit about the story. So the question here is, did you like the story? So your answer will be yes or no, and then you'll write why. Okay, you can't just write yes or no. You could write that maybe when we were in reception, but now we're in year 2, you need to write a full sentence. So your answer could be, yes, I liked the story because, and then you would give the reason you liked the story. If you didn't like the story, that's absolutely fine. You would write, no, I did not like the story because, and then you would say why you didn't like the story. Okay, remember to write in full sentences, please. Capital letters, full stops, finger spaces. Make sure your handwriting is nice and neat and your letters are formed correctly. I look forward to seeing your work today. Bye, see you tomorrow.